welcome back to Mad Crew. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, but if you're here because I have told you on my live streams that you need to come find my old video or this video that I'm making right now, then you probably know what this video is going to entitle and what it's about. This video is about what we all need. We all need money in Bloxburg. As you could tell, I have $2.2 million, and some people ask me how I get that much money. And, well, I'm here to teach everybody today how to make that money and keep the money, manage the money, have a no budget, like how to do everything you want in Bloxburg and keep the same amount of money your whole time, okay? Some people say it takes dedication, it takes patience. It takes dedication, but the patience is not as much needed. First of all, I would like to start off with I made this exact video 2 years ago, and it was back when Pizza Planet was the best job you could have, but now it's the burger place. So basically this video is just adjusting to Bloxburg times nowadays, because it used to be a lot different than they adjusted it. And this video is not really for new Bloxburg players with no Robux. I can make a separate video on how to do that. But this video is more of some of the stuff I didn't explain in the last video, because last video was like, you just have to do this, and I didn't explain how you need to get to that point. So I'll be doing that today. Let's get started. This is one of my small houses, and it's about the average price for a basic house, which is about $300,000. I have this house that I don't use, okay? But I'm not going to delete it. In my last video, I said, delete the ones you don't use. But if you put a lot of work and effort into your build, then you shouldn't delete it. Also, if you are a new player and you want a good build that's easy and simple, but it's just big enough, like you want a big house, but you want it to be big, but you don't want to spend a bunch of money, I have a video up on my channel that would be perfect for you. Let me start off with what game passes you really need for what I'm telling you right now, okay? Right here you have the little shop icon, and you need to be able to make Bloxbucks for this, okay? You can either buy Bloxbucks or you can buy premium. I have everything already bought, but if you want to make your most money you can, I say get premium, Marvelous Moods, which I recommend Marvelous Moods for everybody. If you have literally like $2 worth of Robux left, get Marvelous Mood. I have no idea how much it costs, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. I don't even know how to explain it's worth it, okay? Also, if you want to make the extra money, you can get Excellent Employee, but I don't require that for this one. You just have to work a little more, but these three are perfect. Also, building needs Advanced Placing, and if you want an excellent build, get Transform Plus. That's just a little extra I threw in here. So, what I'm going to say is to make money, you don't need to spend money. You don't need to spend your money on Robux to get money. Right here, people think I buy my money. I don't buy my money. I repeat, I don't buy my money. People do believe that I buy my money, but I really don't. Here's this house, and this is a small house for me. I will tell you something. Turning off the lights doesn't save you money. It doesn't. What you need to do is literally just ignore everything other people say. Listen to what I say, okay? People who tell you how to do these things are just not that pro, you know? Let me say that you need to plant plants, okay? I have a house that's literally just, it's a mansion, but it's also for plants and stuff. I have a lot of houses, as you could tell, and what I will tell you is they did introduce new houses, okay? They did bring out new houses. You can buy those, actually. I recommend for new players, buy those, but if you are just needing money to build your own house, then don't buy them, okay? What I recommend is whatever house you make, don't make a plot just for farming, because you're not going to want to go to that plot to farm for this. What I do is I let my friends come over, and I let them pick all of the trees I have. Look at that. I have those trees, those trees, those trees, all the trees. You need trees. Get some trees, y'all. But what people don't tell you is they'll be like, you need to get trees to farm. Like, literally, if you want to farm. Like, use farming as a way to farm. You need a certain level to get to that tree, to plant it. So, let me see. In build mode, this video is going to be quite long. In the description, I'll put the timestamps for when everything happens. Okay? This one's gardening. Right here, you do need certain levels to reach certain items. Like, I've been playing for a while and I haven't reached these yet. You want to get the basic of probably just the apple tree, really. Apple tree, strawberry, something like that. I don't have any grown right now because they're all empty, but these are blueberry bushes and they work. Okay? The next thing I'm going to say is what job to do. I'm literally just telling you guys what I do. I pick all of these plants, and it's just perfect. I probably have I have at least $20,000 worth of plants on my property, and I recommend doing that. And people are like, well, if you put a plant down and it costs $600 to put the plant down, you're not making money. Yeah, you are making money because if you pick that plant 6 times, you've already made all your money back. So, that is what I'll tell you. The next thing I'll tell you about budgeting, it's not true. Don't go for the cheapest item that exists, okay? Right here, don't buy this bed because it's cheap. Don't buy it because it's a $50 bed. Invest in a good bed because that's going to invest into your energy, and you need the energy to make more money at the workplace. If that makes sense. The next thing I'll tell you is about your vehicle. Don't buy the cheapest vehicle. I buy probably one of these, and then once you have enough money, buy one of these. Buy a golf cart, okay? The next thing I'll tell you is if you buy this pass right here, the premium pass, you will get Bloxburg. See how much Bloxburg I have? I buy Bloxburg, but you get Bloxburg from literally loading in the game every day. This is where the dedication comes in. You'll load into your plot, and you will see this thing. It's going to be a little square. It'll pop up, and it'll be like, claim your daily prize. And if you have premium, every day you get more money, and then every 5 days you get, I think, 50 Bloxburg, which, if you didn't know, is enough to boost your mood. And that is where I say get premium, because it's worth it. You also get a little cute name tag. That's always cute. The next thing I'll tell you is about the job. This is what a lot of people don't know, is the job you use used to matter. And now I think they all pay the same depending on your level. So I'm going to show you a quick little demonstration about how it works. You need to be able to deliver more pizzas back when it was the pizzas. But now it's really not like that. You know, it's not like that. Now the burger place is your best bet. You need to go into a server where there are people working. This is where I'm telling you the steps. Go into a server where there are people working. This person right here is working. You're going to help the person. If you're not paying attention to what you're doing, it's a lot funner and you'll probably end up working longer. Like, you'll end up being there longer because, you know, if you're busy, like having fun, you're not going to realize time passing by and you're working. Like right here, save time when you're working at the burger place, I mean. Right here, just scan it across and just figure out which one it is. My best thing I tell people is, see how much money I made. I made $50 from that. But if you look at my efficiency, you could tell it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. It's not the same. Because the efficiency does matter. The efficiency matters probably the most. You get better efficiency when you're not, you boost mood. So if you boost your mood and then you do the exact same thing, look at how much money you make. I made $50 before, and now let's check how much money I made. I made $1,000. You see the difference? Also, get your work up. Right now, I'm level 40 and level 90 in experience, progress, like that stuff. Get your thing up. If you don't get it up, you won't go up. Okay? Another thing people do is they make a mess here. Like, don't do that. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Like, actually. Of course, I play on computer, and a lot of people don't play on computer, but this is probably for everybody, but a lot of, like, iPads and stuff, they're a little slower, and you can't get things done as quickly, I'm not just saying that. I was an iPad kid, and I wasn't able to get stuff done as easily, but that's okay. It could just take you a little while longer. I do this for maybe 30 minutes a day, but not every day. Like a day. Like just one day out of your whole week for 30 minutes, and you'll slowly start getting money. People will be like, oh, just keep working, keep working, keep working. Don't do that. Don't do it. If you want to make money, then you just gotta work towards it and not bug people. Like, don't do a restaurant. Don't go around trying to offer people goods. You're not going to make any money like that. Like, actually just go to work. Press the button that says work and go to work. Okay? So your efficiency matters. And, of course, you pick the burger place. Okay? But over here, if you pick a different one like this right here, Styles, you're not going to make as much money. Okay? You could make more money depending on your level, but it's harder to level up here, and it's a harder job. This is the easiest job and the job that will probably make you the most. So I say go for this one. Because just one of these orders, you have to pay attention. So if you put on music or you put on like something to listen to or a TV show, you'll get this done quickly. Like right now I'm just talking, but normally I'm like watching TV or something, and the time goes by a lot quicker because some people will literally just sit here and do this, and they'll be so bored. They'll be like, working's hard, I quit. No. Put on music on Spotify, or like use your phone or something. Scroll a little bit. Like, if you want the money, you gotta distract yourself from the fact you're making the money. Like, you're not gonna want to sit here and do this forever. Like, look at me. I get bored in seconds. But I still have the money. So, now I'm going to answer some questions about my money while I go home. Questions I get about my money are, you don't actually make it, you fake it, you build a bunch of builds, and your money still stays the same. Okay? It does. I don't know what to tell people about that. I tell them what I can. They don't believe me. That's okay. But I will tell you something that is really true and really what you need. When you get to day 100, this is where the patience comes in. The little bit of patience you need is working and getting to day 100. Once you make your first 100K and you can keep it at 100K, you're set. I get it. It's hard to keep your money the same when you're trying to build a house, but you need to keep your money the same. You can keep it maybe like above 100K. That's how I start off with this. How I keep my money so high. We all know I make the money, but how I keep it the same is I don't let myself fall below a certain point. If I fall below a certain point, then I decide to go to work. So, for example, if you're at 100K, 115K, and you're about at 105K, you need to stop what you're doing and go to work. Because once you fall below your goal line, that's when you go downhill, and that's when you stop making your money. That's when you're like, oh my gosh, I hate this game now. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to go to work anymore. Keep it above a point, and that's how you make money. What I did is, when I first made my first 1 million, I didn't let it fall below 1 million. I went back to work for an hour if my money was close to below 1 million. That is a hack. Because if you let your money fall below, it's just going to keep going down and down and down. So even if you say you're like, oh, I'm going to go to work after I get to like 90,000, don't. Just do it before you get to 90,000. Because, you know, it's a lot like that. Okay? The next thing is, you've got to play the game for a while. I do this sometimes by just walking around and stuff. This is when I tell you to get the Marvelous Mood Pass, because some people walk slow, and if you walk faster to each tree, then you're all good. Because you could use the Marvelous Mood Pass, this one, and you could walk faster, and that means you could farm quicker. So, I do recommend for people who do have Robux, who actually bought the game, to buy or use the rest of their Robux. Probably like $10 or $5. $5 if you want limited, like minimum stuff, but $10 if you want some of the stuff that's really going to help you in this game. Like, you get those ones. Get the certain passes that I mentioned earlier. Alright, now I'm going to tell you about the useless things you don't need and you're wasting your money on. Because I have friends who have started Bloxburg, and they have done all the same mistakes. They've done all the same thing. I find it common in new Bloxburg players to do this. Okay, ready for it? See this right here? This is a pool. This is the house. People build their pool before their house. And if you guys didn't know, hold up. Don't do it, because the pools are $800 a square. Man, if I bought this right here, that's like $8,000 already. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Build your house before you build a pool. It's not that difficult. It's really not that deep. Just build your house before you build your pool. What I recommend is building a small house. Not an ugly house. A small house while you build your major house. I do this for my friend when I build her house. I built a little small side house. This is my little side house I built when I was building this house. It doesn't have to be that basic, but it's enough for you to live in. Don't cheap out. If you cheap out, you're weak out, and that's not okay. Splurge a little. Splurge. If you have got to the point where you need to delete something to make the money, then you know you need to get back to your job. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. You're not going to get anywhere. Here's the part where it gets kind of weird is once you reach a certain point, you can't go back. You're addicted. You're addicted to working, to farming, and you're like, that's never going to happen if you're a new Bloxburg player. It's going to happen. So, to me, I got to 1 million and I felt like I couldn't fall below it, so I just kept working on it and working on it. And suddenly this game becomes my favorite game, and that's just what happens. I mean, I don't know what to tell people when that happens. Like, I can't control what happens with what you do, but, like, actually, you have to figure out what you're doing in Bloxburg and how you're going to do it. Find a good build you want online. And some people get tired of building. It's all about patience, really, when you build. It's about patience and how long it's going to take you to decorate. I do live streams, and in my live streams, I will be doing Bloxburg when it's voted on polls, and I will be building parts of my house. So if you're on my live stream, you could see me build a little bit of a house, and you can get some tips and tricks. because I don't think a lot of people realize you need tricks and tips on how to be a Bloxburg player. And it's pretty simple how to make money. I also tell people that don't buy stuff at the grocery store. Don't buy stuff at the grocery store. Actually, though, I see a lot of people, too, that will go to somebody's house and roleplay with them and be like, can I get some money? Don't do that either. What are you doing if you're doing that? Now, it did take me 2 years to get to the point I am at today, but ever since I started Bloxburg, I've always been well off. And the thing that always had me that, like, first made me rich was play for 100 days straight. If you think about it, 100 days is what? 3 months? Log in every day with your premium pass. You're making $500 a day just from click. Literally call a friend. It literally helps you work better. And that's like just a big hack. What I will tell you is when you are building a house, you don't need a car. You don't need a car. People will spend their money on a car. I tell you, you don't need a car. Okay? You don't need a car. Another thing people always tell me is, I'm just answering questions right now too, is my bills are expensive. How do I cut down on bills? Why are they so expensive? Cutting down on bills, like I said earlier, doesn't come from the lights. Bloxburg actually added something to help you cut down on your bills, and I use it on most of my mansions. This mansion, I think, has one of them. Hold up. This mansion, I think, only has one. Let's see, is it here? Yeah, this mansion has 2 of them. They're these, okay? I recommend getting these. They're helpful. Are they not in here? Oh. Here we go. Solar panels. They're $5,000 to $15,000, or like $20,000. Like, you need one of these, because if you don't have one of these, your bills are going to be expensive. Okay? Like, you're going to be sitting here like, I have $3,000 bills. This house costs $1.2 million. And yes, it could be because of the lights, or it could be because I have an underground school. We'll never know. Okay? You're going to want to buy some of these, because I bought 2 of them, and my bills have been under $3,000. What? Oh my gosh, they're $3,000? How do you afford that? Okay, how do I afford that? What I just told y'all. I do my work. I never let my budget fall below a certain amount. And once you get to a certain level in working, once you get to a certain level, like level 40, and you've done all the stuff I've told you, your life becomes so much easier that you could go to work for 5 minutes and make $10,000, and your bills are covered for like 4 times. That's what I tell you. I do tell you, when you're building a build, focus on the build. I don't. Do what I say, not what I do sometimes. I build multiple builds, but I'm not done with one build. This house is very ugly, by the way. It's really old. Don't mind that. Sometimes, if you guys do need help with building, I do post building videos, or on my lives, I will give you building tips. And I'll be doing a live at one point where I build people houses. So, I don't know when that's coming, but I will be building people houses. So if you're interested, you could probably comment on this video if the comments are on, and I will consider you for building a house on one of my lives. You have to be on the live, but I will consider you for building a house. Okay? Also, let me show you how these work real quick. What you'll need to make these solar panels work is you will need to have some way to access the roof. Over here, let me see. Yeah, in my backyard, yes, I have a giant backyard. It's beautiful. I will teach people how to build backyards, because that's something people have a big difficulty with. if I could get up this ladder, have access to the roof, because you need to clean these, actually. That's what people don't understand. You have to, there'll be a little button that says clean, and see, this is the bill reduction. It reduces it by $700. I mean, some people will be like, oh, that's not that much from your actual amount. Like, that's only like 10% or 20% of it, but it adds up. Like, after 3 times I've like saved a whole amount of another bill. So, also, y'all, I do mention this. I'm not really adjusted to the new update, but I will tell you, guys, just park your car. Park your car. ParkYourcar. Park your car. Y'all don't want to drive over to the little space that tells you to park your car. Y'all, park your car. It's not that deep. You'll save money like this. People are always like, I'm getting bills for parking my car in the wrong spot. I mean, there's a little blue dot. It tells you where to park your car. Just park your car there. It's really not that bad. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I may have missed a few things about how I make my money. But I've answered a lot of questions that people ask me. So if you're watching this because I sent you to this video because you asked me the question about my money, then hi. This is me telling you about this. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I'll get back to my normal posting because I haven't posted in a while. Alright, bye!